So, what is going on with Modern Masters 2017? Can't say I'm surprised. Let's get into this. As you can see, I have provided you another reason to see me as a credible source, as I now don a full extra set of eyes, bringing my grand total to 5. Yes, the one in the back of my head has been there all along, but there's no camera back there, so you can't see it. So there is a lot of talk about what is going on with Modern Masters 2017. And to be honest, I've kind of just been sitting on the sidelines enjoying it, not really digging too deep into why you can currently pre-order Modern Masters 2017 for $60 below MSRP. There are people pre-selling Modern Masters 2017 for $180 with free shipping all day on eBay. I look at this at first, I had already been wearing my tinfoil hat. So I was thinking, I wonder if there is some list out there that wholesale partners, MTG Finance, may have, and they know the set is going to suck. So, maybe there's a reason they're dumping it. I now think that line of thought is incorrect. I also thought, what's going on here? Why hasn't Wizards done anything to promote Modern Masters 2017? I'm not entirely sure about the timelines, but we are now close to or under 1 month from its release, and I have seen almost no coverage about it. I have yet to see any spoilers. I have yet to see much hype at all from Wizards. They've had several pro tours in which they could promote Modern Masters. They have not done that. Their normal shills online haven't been talking about Modern Masters 2017. What is going on? So then I thought, maybe, just maybe, the set is terrible, and maybe that's why no one's talking about it. Possible. It's hard to really screw up a set in which you have unlimited resources to print money for people. Let's be honest. Modern Masters is supposed to be a draft set. Great. But like most of you, I'm not a huge fan of paying $40 to draft. Just not into it. $30, $40. So for most people, it's a lottery ticket. For Wizards, they know this, and that's why they put cards like Tarmogoyf in there. It has no point to be in there. It doesn't need to be reprinted because it sees very little play. It doesn't add anything to the draft format. It's just value. And this is clearly evident from when they took the MSRP per pack from $4.99, $3.99, $4.99, whatever it was, to $9.99. The first Modern Masters set was perfect. The only problem it had was that they didn't print enough of it. Then Modern Masters 2015 came out, and the set was far weaker, lacked splashy reprints, and was far overprinted. And GameSource got stuck with stock. You can still buy that below MSRP all day long. Then in 2016, Wizards of the Coast came out with Eternal Masters. Chock full of value. I still think very light on the value. Everyone wants to see stuff like Damnation and things like that in these Masters sets. But it was okay. You can now buy boxes of Eternal Masters all day for less than $180 with free second-day shipping from places like Amazon, eBay, and savvy local game stores. Let's fast forward to 2017. Modern Masters, one of the biggest reasons GP Vegas is so exciting every year, where you have the largest GP events every year. For some reason, we're not doing it. Why is GP Vegas, not Modern Masters. As somebody who's spent thousands of dollars going to GP Vegas, I'm kind of underwhelmed by competing in, quote, one of the world's largest Amonkhet sealed events. Who cares? I'm going to Vegas. I want to highball it. I want to do a sealed tournament with Modern Masters. That's what everyone wanted. Why did you change that? Interesting. Well, it does take thousands of booster boxes out of circulation, and so maybe, just maybe, they knew that. And they knew that by over-promoting Modern Masters, it would make more people talk about Modern. What I think is the suboptimal levels of hype around Modern Masters is simply on purpose. It's Occam's razor, right? It's not that they're not prepared. Wizards, all they do is hype. They are already hyping Amonkhet. And that set is months away, but I'm just one humble skeptic man. So let's look at what's been going on with Wizards of the Coast lately. They are, in my opinion, making an appointed effort to not promote Modern. I also think that they believe that Modern is fine as a format, and it very well may be. I'm not a hardcore Modern player, but what I do have is anecdotal evidence, and that is not hard to find. People want to play Modern. Their local game stores are not firing. Nobody's showing up. Modern events are dying across the country. So why is this? Well, probably because Wizards isn't supporting it. Wizards isn't talking about it. And I would suspect that their non-promotion or lack of promotion of Modern Masters 17 is completely on purpose. They want all of you to think about Standard and Standard alone. Buy booster packs, buy booster packs, buy booster packs. Pro Tour Standard, GPs all be Standard soon. Nobody cares about Modern. It's a dead meme. This is something I've never understood. See, Wizards, what a lot of people don't understand or don't know is that Wizards of the Coast has a very, very dangerous bedfellow, and that is the secondary market. If they try to get too aggressive with it, there's all sorts of antitrust and legal issues that can come upon them. And so that is why they're always so cautious about reprinting it. That is why they're never allowed to directly acknowledge the secondary market, even though it's clear that they use it to profit from. This is why you see a card like Tarmogoyf in Modern Masters or Mana Crypt in Eternal Masters. That is there for the sole purpose to drive sales. Now, if they reprinted things into Oblivion and sold packs for $20 a pack or whatever, we would have some serious problems for our game and the government. I don't understand the relationship and the rules completely, but what I know is it's very dangerous to do that. And so this, in my opinion, is why Wizards doesn't print more Modern reprints or Modern products, right? So to me, if people want to buy Modern Masters, why don't you just print Modern Masters and then they can buy it, you can make a ton of money, and it doesn't have to be either or. Magic is played, there's probably 20 different formats of Magic that are played, 5 or 6 that are very popular. Why is Wizards of the Coast telling us what we should or shouldn't play? I don't understand that, but I acknowledge it's probably for reasons that I don't understand. Now, why is Modern Masters being fire sold? Let's go back to last year when we had Eternal Masters. It came out, it was printed into Oblivion. Local game stores made their money. These products are very important for local game stores to stay open. They get these products for about $140 a box, and they sell it to you for $250 or so, $240. No problem with it. No problem with it. Just stay competitive the rest of the year, and we're all happy. You know, From the Vaults, a local game store cannot survive on From the Vaults alone. So this is kind of an unwritten rule between WotC and local game stores. Now, late last year, they came out with a product called Planechase Anthology, which I thought was supposed to be WPN only. And I feel like First of all, I thought Plane Chase Anthology was a bad idea, but regardless of that, I thought, geez, this is a really hot item. I'm going to go get it. I feel like I got home after purchasing it for MSRP, which was like $140 or something like that. I look online and it's $99 everywhere online with free shipping. And I felt like a total ass. But you know what happened? These local game stores are stuck with this product. I've talked to several local game stores who are still sitting on Plane Chase Anthology because everyone just went online and bought it for $99. Yeah, I talked to Kevin from Rogue Deck Builder. I talked to Bob from TK Games. They're sitting on this stuff. They got hosed. They got sent to Hose Town, as Rudy would say. Rudy's living in a fort of Plane Chase Anthology that he'll never be able to sell for more than $100 each. Why? Wizards printed the hell out of it, and they didn't only limit it to WPN, so the price came down. Now, I think this is good for the players, but if you're going to do that, you have to acknowledge that the actual retail price is going to not be the MSRP of $140. And you have to sell it to the local game stores cheaper than $70. They pay about 55% of MSRP when they buy stuff from WotC's, from what I understand. So you had that happen. They got hosed on Plane Chase. Then there was a, quote, second print run of Eternal Masters, which was a complete lie. It was not a second print run. Of course they printed the crap out of it the first time around, and it sat in a warehouse. Don't think we're stupid, Wizards. But again, this is good for the players, right? More Eternal Masters came out. You could draft Eternal Masters. Problem was, local game stores couldn't sell it for MSRP anymore because it was everywhere for $170 or $180 with free shipping online. Now, it's December, and Wizards of the Coast is coming through and saying, you've got to lock in your order for Modern Masters. Now, you just smacked him across the face to the left with Plane Chase Anthology, then he swung back with the open hand and gave him another slap with Eternal Masters. Now you're forcing them to lock in their order on Modern Masters long before they know anything about what's in the set. Most of them took heavy losses on Eternal Masters or Plane Chase Anthology, and what I mean by heavy losses is there is a bit of planning around this high margin items for them each year. Now, I've said in the past that I think local game stores need to be better businessmen and women, and I stand by that. But these limited release products are important, and you do budget for them. So when you're a local game store, you're tying up thousands of dollars. I think both local game stores I talked to have anywhere between $3,000 and $5,000 already tied up since December in Modern Masters. And now, I don't think they know what the hell is going on. They don't know if Wizards printed the hell out of it. And so they're just pre-selling it at $180. And it's interesting. It's still a very decent margin. I mean, you're flipping these things $40 profit. Very nice. And if you can pre-sell it, you're actually freeing up that money that you had invested back in December. So I totally understand why they're selling it. What I suspect is people that are selling these for $180 online, $175, $180, $85, already know that Wizards printed the hell out of Modern Masters 2017. And I think this is a good thing for the players. However, with zero spoilers out, we've already seen what I think is probably hitting rock bottom. I don't suspect it will go much lower than 180, maybe 175 or 170 if the set looks terrible, but that seems unlikely as well. I mean, it's hard to mess up. You can just print a couple of Foil Liliana the Veil and the set will sell. So what does this all mean? Well, it's not a surprise that local game stores have no confidence at all in this product after you've completely hosed them on the last two exclusives that you put out. 2, should you buy it? Well, I'm not going to tell you what to do with your money. That's your money. I'm not buying deep into Modern Masters 17, but there are external reasons for that. I don't have a huge amount of money to invest in packs of crack anymore, and the value of that is decreasing with every set. I used to be able to open boxes, sell them quick, and basically break even. Between what I opened in the box and the few pennies I got from the YouTube video, I would break even, and so it was fine. These days, it's a little more difficult to do that. So I think 180 is probably as low as it's going to go. And if you're planning on getting a box anyway, I mean, I'm not going to tell you not to buy it. I don't think it could go anywhere but up from here. But to see it a full $60 below MSRP before we've even seen spoiler 1 out of the set tells me that confidence in Wizards sealed product right now not be lower. It might be at an all-time low. Probably not as bad as it was like back in 4th edition, 5th edition. What was the other reprints? That Chronicles, stuff like that. It's probably similar to that. What if Modern Masters isn't WPN only? What if, like, those 3-pack conspiracy packs, what if they're going to have those for Modern Masters at Walmart? I mean, I couldn't blame them. I think it would be good because all of this is good for us players. That's the important thing, right? There's a bit of schadenfreude where I'm like, Wizards is screwing up again. But the reality is, this is great for us players. If we can get Modern Masters 2017 at a fair price, which I believe is like 150 to 170, that's a fair price. If we can get that on launch day, this is great for us. But I would not invest heavily in this set because I think they printed the hell out of it. There may be 2nd or 3rd or 4th waves. They are aggressively pushing for continued growth, and Modern Masters 2017, as much as they don't want to admit it, is a huge revenue driver for them because they're getting 2.5 times the return on every pack. And let's be real here. The cost to manufacture a single pack of cards of Amonkhet versus a single pack of cards of Modern Masters is not that different. So they're highly, highly profitable. So why wouldn't they print the hell out of it? Get some boxes for you to draft or for you to crack. I wouldn't recommend investing in this deeply because it's really, really tough time in Magic right now. And I feel for you local game store owners. I can only recommend you lower your price and you make it up on volume instead of single large sales. Try to blow through it as quick as you can at the 180 to 190 mark. Make your money and get out. I wouldn't sit on these boxes either, really. I mean, other than the original Modern Masters set, the boxes haven't really been that great to sit on anyway. So that is a lot to digest. I hope you enjoyed kind of this ranty Modern Masters 2017 video. I'm curious what you think is going on here. If it can go even lower. I mean, remember they're paying 140, so it's not gonna be lower than 170. I can't imagine. So I mean, I would say now is probably not a bad time to pick up a box if you were going to, but I wouldn't go deep. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you have a great Monday. We'll talk to you again real soon.